When the news hit, the FAMU had 20-plus players that was considered ineligible for the UNC game in Chapel Hill last week, it left a lot of folks upset at the fact that how could something like this happen? And right now, things are being put in place to try and get some of this taken care of where you can finally see some of these athletes possibly back out on the field to play this season. Now, I know a lot of narratives have been put out there as far as the athletes wanting to do certain things or they were ineligible because of grades or whatever have you. Well, guess what? Some of these athletes have stood up and said, hey, that narrative is wrong. Matter of fact, there's a couple of previous athletes that were in the program before, not necessarily with football, but playing other sports, that have said, hey, things like this have been going on for a while and change is needed. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and get into it right about now because the players put a 7-page letter out there that I'm going to break down as far as what I really think is going on here and the direction that FAMU is possibly getting ready to go. Let's tap on in and get to it right after this. You know it's your favorite coach back at it again, 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in the friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's another positive vibe. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and tap on in this thing and get straight to it. FAMU Rattlers lost their first game to the North Carolina Tar Heels 56-24. Well, many thought that the issues that came up Friday would have been worked out, you know, pretty swiftly. There's still some things that's going on that they're looking to get resolved. And hearing that 20-plus players is ineligible leaves many people wondering what in the world is going on. Some players some players who are currently in the program and others that are no longer with the sports program have some concerns. As a matter of fact, a couple of them are speaking up because they don't like the narratives that's out here stating that athletes are ineligible because they weren't getting their schoolwork. A lot of these athletes is letting it be known, hey, listen, I was scheduled to take a class that was not moving me in a direction for me to get to my degree. So now that has them in a situation where they're going to possibly be out games because they didn't take the necessary classes because possibility the class might have been full or whomever that sat down with them and gave them counseling didn't let them know or advised them, didn't let them know, hey, listen, instead of taking this class, you can take this class in order for you to continue moving towards getting your degree. Now, there's a 7-page letter out there with the player's signature on it that they want to see some changes happen right now. And I got to admit, when you heard Coach Prime speak out a month ago about the college refund process, when it comes to athletes getting their monies back, when they have an overage on their account, we already know that the system is broken. Heck, the system been broken since I was in damn school. So we already know this is something that needs to be fixed. Excuse me, I did say damn, I apologize because that's irritating. I'm just telling you right now, that is really irritating. But let me get back on task. We already know that this situation here needs to be overhauled. One of the first issues that we see here is the athletes have an issue with the financial aid situation, in which it speaks volumes because understand this, a lot of these athletes are dependent upon them having an overage. So overage, which gives them a refund so that they're able to take care of the little things that they need to take care of, you know, while they're on campus, because they may not have the financial means from their family to give them the necessary funds that they need for them to be, you know, for them to do the things that they need to do, i.e. get additional food when the calf is closed or, you know, put clothes on, you know, keep clothes on their back, you know, keep their hair groomed, you know, have them look like a young man, you know, should out there, you know, while they're on campus. Not only that, but then seeing where the athletes have some issues with summer school, not understanding why they are not being given the necessary finances so that it covers fall, spring, and summer school, because like many of the athletes stated, they're having, you know, in some instances with all of the responsibilities that are on them for them to, you know, be in the weight room, they're training, making sure they're out, make sure that they're at practice so that they can continue to keep playing football for the university and hold on to their scholarship at the same time. Sometimes they have to drop a class or two, and hopefully they can take that class up in summer school to make sure that they still, you know, that they're still on their path for them to graduate. Not to mention, heck, some of these athletes, they may want to take additional classes during the summer, which will allow them to get themselves out of school early while they still have additional eligibility left, they can continue to keep playing football for the school and maybe take lesser classes so that, they're still considered eligible, but they're, they still can keep doing what they're doing while they're trying to position themselves either to go move on to play in the NFL or maybe possibly get a master's degree while playing for the university. So they're looking for a better means to the services that they're providing back to the university. You get what I'm saying? Because think about it like this. Before the NIL deals came in, athletes looked at it as they were, they took advantage of the opportunity of being able to take additional classes to get a better, I ain't gonna say a better education, but get more education, i.e. get your Bachelor of Science and then turn around and get your master's degree before your eligibility ran out while you were playing sports for a university. And in this instance, these athletes are asking the question, hey, listen, why can't we take summer classes? Well, I looked at something that I wanted to get a better understanding of, and I was looking at this website because it talks about head count scholarships and equivalency scholarships. Now, I'm going to read to you exactly what it says, and here it is right here. Now, the NCAA defines a full scholarship as covering the cost of tuition, fees, room and board, and course-related books, but only a very small number of college athletes receive all of that. Now, full rides are guaranteed in only 6 Division I sports. These are known as head count sports and includes football and men's basketball plus women's basketball, volleyball, gymnastics, and tennis. Now, if you're offered a scholarship in one of the head count sports by a Division I school, it's a full ride. Athletes in the remaining sports for what is known as equivalency or partial scholarships. Each sport has a specific number of scholarships available and a specific roster size that can be accommodated with those scholarships. The sports head coach can divide those scholarships in halves, thirds, or even quarters to fill out their rosters. Now, for example, men's hockey can award 18 scholarships, while track and field and lacrosse give 12.6 and baseball 11.7. The average roster size for hockey was 28, track is 40, lacrosse 45, and baseball 35. Now, according to the simple math that they use, 18 scholarships divided among 28 players in hockey says that most of the sports athletes are on partial scholarships. It's rare for even one athlete to receive a full scholarship in these sports. FCS football, basically, they are on the equivalency scholarship standard. And what I mean by that is just by reading off to you exactly how it all is based. It's based off of the head count, like the number of scholarships that's allotted. In this instance, HBCUs are not allotted the number of scholarships that you would see in the PWI and Power 5 programs, which is something that Coach Prime has stated over and over again, that we cannot compete with those programs because they're able to give out an additional 20-something scholarships more than what an FCS school is able to give. That goes back to leveling the playing field, in which in this instance, the athletes are looking for those type of things to be put in place for them to be able to go to summer school and make those classes up. And I respectfully understand that. Yes, that does show some type of appreciation where the institution is letting them know, hey, look, they appreciate the hard work that all of the athletes are doing, and they understand the rigorous grind that's going on with being an athlete for the institution. Now, I know some folks say, well, hey, coach, it's a hard knock life, baby. They got to get out there and do what they need to do in the classroom as well as being out there on the field and compete. I respectfully understand that, but understand this. In this instance, had a lot of these athletes had the opportunities to take the summer classes when they were put in bogus classes. I'm going to say bogus classes because this is costing them to have to sit out and be ineligible if this is correct as far as what they're saying. These athletes, all they're looking for is to show, for someone to show that they are appreciated. And there's nothing wrong with that. Making sure that all of the resources are in place when it comes to the advisors, the counselors. You need more than one advisor, one counselor to come in there and make sure that these athletes are in the correct classes, or make sure that their grades are on point. Or when, they drop a class, somebody knows, hey, listen, he's falling below the level. He only has 9 credits. He need to have 12 in order for him to get out there and compete, and be eligible to continue to keep competing out there on the field or whatever sport it is that they're playing. So all I'm saying is that Resources need to be put in place for these athletes to know that they have someone that they can talk to as far as making sure that they're on the right track to move towards getting their degree. Now, I would say this, athletes, this is on you. I need for all of you, coach about to give you a little tough love. This is on you, coach. Coach, listen, athletes, this one is on you guys because coach is about to give you a little tough love, and I need you to understand and hear me clearly. All of you, again, I've said this on multiple shows already that I've been on since this has happened. I need for you guys to make sure that you go get your course catalog. I'm going to show it to you right here for FAMU. The course catalog is online. Guys, get you a course catalog. Make sure you follow your track as far as what the degree that you're looking to obtain, the classes that you need to take. Highlight them bad boys. As a matter of fact, put the grade next to it that you got in that class so that you know, hey, I took this class, I passed. You already know if you got a C or better, you pass. If you got a D, guess what? You're probably going to take that class again if it requires for you to get a C or better. So this helps you stay on track as well. So when you go see them advisors, they say, hey, you need to take this class. This is what it says. The course catalog says this. Is there a different class that I can take that's going to make sure I still graduate on time and I'm not going to have any issues? Is there something I can substitute in that place? The advisors should know this. The counselors should know this information as far as what needs to be done. So all I'm saying to you is this, guys. You got to make sure you do your part as well. Because as Coach stated once before, college is what? A business. So let's make sure we take care of business from A to Z and leave no stones unturned. But I'm standing behind you guys on whichever direction it is that you go. I want to see the best from all of you guys and make sure that you get to where you're looking to go, to make sure you solidify your futures so that you can get out here and become leaders yourself within the community. I support you all, but until next time, remember, be the one and lead.